as a child being abused, I learned how to put on a perfect front, a perfect face, a perfect act while I was still being wounded. When my mother was calling me names and screaming at me, ripping apart my closet, whatever it was she was doing in those moments, I knew that I had to find a way to keep a face that didn't express any emotion. Because when she was screaming at me, she would tell me to look at me. And when I would look at her, she would tell me not to look at her like that. And then if tears were welling up in my eyes, I would get a whole nother layer of abuse, piled on top of that. Because what was I crying about? I better not cry, all of that. So we learned how to stuff down our emotions and put on a front. And part of that front that I was putting on in those moments was hoping to be good enough that my mother would actually look at me and go, "Oh, you're being good, I love you." Hoping that she would love me if I could just hold the right face, the right expression, the right amount of emotion, or lack thereof. And then when we would go to an event or a restaurant, something like that, if there was an episode of abuse right before the restaurant or the event, she would remind me not to carry a face into the restaurant, that I better not make any faces, that I better be good. And so I would go in front of other people and put on that perfect, not too much, not too happy, not too anything little girl, just a good, quiet little girl. And my hope would be that I could carry that through the evening so that when we left, maybe she wouldn't do something to hurt me. And so that the people during that evening would love me and like me and treat me well and see that I'm a good little girl. Because if I did not put on that facade and they saw me for who my mother saw me to be, they would know there was something wrong with me. They would know that I was a bad little girl.